I'm here in East Chatham, New York at the studio of Tamara Zahikevich, who creates what she calls constructions, pieces that blend the worlds of sculpture and painting. What does that mean? Follow me.
I have been making constructions using forms and paint, so I am considered a sculptor that does a lot of painting on top of or integrated in the work. I've called them constructions, and that is because there are times in my life when I applied for a sculpture grant and have been rejected for not being a sculptor and having too much painting in the work, and applied for things in painting where they've called me a sculptor, and I didn't qualify for those reasons. I really didn't want to be an artist. I didn't think of myself as an artist. I thought I would be a designer. I really liked clothes when I was young, and I wanted to do something design-oriented. I also knew that artists were poor, and I was afraid of that. But I couldn't push against it. So I found myself in the Rome program, Tyler School of Art, which is part of Temple University. And there I got so involved in making art that I just couldn't look back. I would do installations, site-specific pieces, when I lived in Philadelphia and I went to Tyler. When I moved to New York City, I didn't have many opportunities to make large-scale installations. I was constantly searching for venues, and it was frustrating to me because I don't have a strong drawing practice, and I resorted to being a sketchbook artist, and it was very painful for me. I decided that I would make models of galleries. This was 1998. I wanted to make models of galleries and do shows in them. That was my thought, and I was trying to be funny, conceptual. But the day that I picked up the foam board and brought it into my tiny, tiny studio, I had this real urge to make something that would be completed in one day. None of my projects before that could be completed in one day. So I took a form, it was actually a piece of styrofoam, and I copied it. I used tracing paper and I copied each part and constructed it. And it was extremely crude. And I just knew that it in itself wasn't anything spectacular, but I knew that there was a road going forward with this kind of making that I was really interested in. I'm not interested in sketchbooks, so I don't have a lot of preliminary drawings. I consider the material that I'm working with, primarily foam board, as a drawing material as well. So I'm drawing in space. What I do is I bend them really easily with my hands, and then I'm able to glue the pieces together and have these forms, these lines that then you can adjust and make three-dimensional forms with. I'm first-generation American. My parents are from Ukraine, or I'm of Ukrainian heritage, and my grandmother was quite comfortable until the war. I've seen people who lose their minds when they lose that kind of comfort, but my grandmother had a resilience, and she became extremely resourceful. Being able to take something like a really ugly table and put a beautiful tablecloth on top to make us feel special. And it was something that it impressed me in a way that I wanted to follow her. And again, not wanting to be an artist because I was afraid of being poor, I saw it as a way of being able to survive it. I think about her when I'm working. I have had her photograph on the wall of my former studio where when I'm struggling, I'll look up and see her there looking down on me. And she's telling me that I can do it. Yeah. I have a real need to alter things and to give them sort of a chance, give them another life. And I'm not quite sure what that is. It's almost like I'm anthropomorphizing these things. I really take it so seriously what I do, even though at the same time it's so goofy what I do, what I make. And some of them are funny and goofy, but there's the seriousness of it is in my exploration. Like what I'm doing is I'm studying constantly.